Before the onset of religion, there was only but one temple. There was only but one religion. And that religion will ever be nature. Just nature. Just the way it is. Okay? This is the original temple. Right here in nature. Just as it is. The intermarriage, the sacred intermarriage of the elements, the four elements, which all spring up from the source, which is the fifth element, which is the void, the space. So it's the dance of the elements. That's the original temple. Nature is the original temple, and it is the original religion. And it is only when consciousness fell that we needed institutions to follow, rules to follow, laws to abide by. Like in the Tao Te Ching, there's a line, and I'm just going to paraphrase it here. When Tao is lost, morality rises. When morality is lost, laws rise. When laws are lost, rules rise. Or, something like that. But the point of it is, when there is Tao, there is Tao. There's no need for morality. There is no need for writing things down. It's probably why long time ago people didn't write anything down, because they didn't need to. But when Tao is lost, then when Tao is lost, morality arises. So now, okay, well, there's no more Tao. People don't know what Tao is. They're lost. They don't know what nature is, what isness is. They're not in harmony, in flow with it. So we need morality now. We need good and bad. Like, make sure you're kind to people, because that's a good thing. Otherwise, if you're in harmony with the Tao, you wouldn't even label it as kindness. It would just be the way it is. Like, yeah, of course. You know, it's like, duh. It would just be the way it is. So when Tao is lost, morality rises. When morality is lost, laws rise. Now we need to write shit down. We need to follow all of this. Because not only are people lost, they're not in harmony with the Tao, they're also not in harmony with, they've lost morality too. So now we descend to the next level. We go descending, we're descending. We need laws, we need shit, and that's when religion was born. You see, religion is a set of rules, moral rules and laws. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt take the Sabbath on Saturday, and then the Muslims have Friday, the Catholics have Sunday, right? Religion is a byproduct of the descent of consciousness, the fall of consciousness. That's what religion is. So we created laws, we wrote them down, books, scriptures, temples. Here is where we come to pray. So, you know, Muslims will say 5 times a day. So come to the mosque and pray. Well, where do mosques exist? Mosques exist in cities. In a city. You see, in a where humans have separated themselves from the natural world. You see? That's where mosques exist. That's where churches exist. If we didn't even separate ourselves from nature to begin with, and we were in harmony with the Tao, with the way it is, first of all, we would never need morality. We would never need religion. Religion is the byproduct of the fall of consciousness. It's just another institution, useful in Kali Yuga and in the Age of Darkness. It is useful. Just, I'm not downplaying its usefulness. You see, I'm simply pointing out that it is actually born out of the fall of consciousness. It is there to keep things in line as much as possible in such a dark age. But actually, this is the original temple here. Nature. 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 This is where it's at. Nature. That's the original temple. You can pray with the waterfalls. You can pray. Like, I just took a shower in the waterfall. I'm in Than Sadet waterfall in Koh Phangan. And like, I sat there, over there, and I closed my eyes in the water, and I hummed, and I felt so invigorated, and you know, so inspired, so cleansed. I feel like I was just being cleaned out. and I felt an invigoration, energy, just pew, pew, in like within literally 5 minutes. Like, where did this energy pop up out of? It's just, all that is I plugged into it by being in union with the elements, by being in union with nature, by immersing myself in the water element as it is. And I just felt an invigoration, you know, and it's like instantaneous. It is like a shot. It's like like a shot of cocaine. It's like a shot of something. You sniffed something that gave you a shot, like a coffee. Boom, you know, and that's because I'm harmonizing myself with the elements. I'm immersing myself in the elements. I'm exposing my physical body, which is part of nature, to the element of water, to the element of earth, you know, the rocks, and just being in there. It is unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. This is the original temple. This is where we pray. This is when we're in harmony with the Tao. There is no calling in you to go somewhere other than nature. When you're full harmony. And again, I'm not downplaying the temples and the holy places and the holy temples and mosques and ashrams, etc. Because they are special places. They are well, the ones that are being looked after anyway. The ones that are where people go there. Like, if you're going to a random church, Sunday church, like, yeah, you're not getting any of that. I'm sorry, like, I've been to those, and you know, it's just people come in there, they pay lip service, they don't even know what they're paying lip service to, they have no idea what's going on, they're just there because that's what their religion says, come here on Sunday. I grew up a Muslim, same thing, Friday prayer, you know, there were certain mosques we would go to and they were lit as fuck, but they were far and few in between, because those were places where people came in there genuinely to pray. Okay, but then again, it's kind of absurd when you think about it. Like, you come in here and you pray this time, and all the other times you're just doing, you know, you're carrying out you go to work, blah blah blah, right? So it's absurd. Only these things, institutions and temples and all these things, they arise when we stop being in harmony with nature, Simple as that. You know, but if you're taking, I mean, I'm trying to make it here in the island, because the island's full of water, where almost on a daily basis I want to either take a shower in the waterfalls or go hop in the beach. And so far it's my 3rd day, and I've been doing either or every day. And I want to do it at least, you know, almost every day. If not every day, then almost. I want to immerse myself in water, but in nature overall, you know. Go hop in the beach and just lay on the sands, come here to the waterfalls and just be here. Yeah, I'm really trying to do that. I'm trying to do that lately, and you know, when I do that, it's just, I feel whole, perfect, complete, no need, no lack whatsoever. Like, this is where I belong. I have no call. I don't want to go to some special place to pray or anything. I pray here. I meditate here. I pray here. You know, it's really extraordinary, because your average person has no contact with the elements. It's completely cut off the elements. So yeah, they need to go on Friday prayer. They need to go pray on Friday. They need to go pay lip service on Sunday in the church. Take some time off of regular life, normal life, where you're completely cut off the elements. So it's important to when you're back in here in nature, and you experience the benefits of it, you feel the invigoration, you feel the oneness, you feel the love, you experience the energy, then you can't be mean to nature. And we've been mean to nature. We've been destructive. Human beings have been destructive. I mean, we are destroying ourselves in the process. We depend on nature for everything. We depend on the atmosphere for breathing, if that, right? And the body is basically an information field, right? It's an energy field. And if it isn't getting its daily dose of contact with the natural elements, the energy field goes out of balance. It just goes out of balance, period. It becomes disharmonious. And that disharmony, when an energy field is out of balance, is where those are the conditions that cause disease, disharmony, is when the energy field is out of balance. So think of yourself as an energy field, an informational field. And it's written, it's a code. It really is a code. And so the code, it's like, if a code is written perfectly, then your computer works perfectly. Your laptop works perfectly, your iPad, your phone, because the code it works perfectly. It's coded, it works, it's not out of balance. Then when you get a virus in there, then that virus disturbs the informational field, the code, and then your phone crashes, your computer crashes, and you're the same way. You're inside a mind-body complex, and it's an energy balance, it's an energy field, it's a code, really, it's a code. And so the code can be fine-tuned and can be balanced by having daily contact with the four elements. Water, fire, that's the sun, air, so clean air and pure air, and slowing down the breathing, and filling up the, making use of the full capacity of the lungs. And the earth element, which is just basically, being there, immersed in rock, in water, feet, hands, everything else. And if you're not getting your daily dose of the elements, the energy field that you're in, the code, is going to be out of balance. It's going to be in a state of disharmony. So then a virus comes into the system, and then the system starts to malfunction, and that's when we begin to have disease, and then eventually the system crashes, and that's what we call death. Death is the crashing of the system because the viruses have not been dealt with, and there's too many of them that have invaded the system. The system is resilient, so people can live up to 80, 90, and we say, wow, they lived up to 90, wow. But it's like, for the last 30 years of their life, like my grandpa, for example, he's almost 90, but for the last 30 years, he's been in a state of disease. He had a stroke, it's all kinds of things. Diabetes, he's been struggling. For the last 30 years of his life, he's been struggling. So yeah, he's making it still to 90, but, he's been cut off from the elements. In a cultural prison, he prayed everything, prays 5 times a day, goes to the praise on Fridays, but still, still cut off from the original temple, nature, and his health has been deteriorating long time ago, and in fact, half of his life he's been living in pain, physical pain. For the last half of his life, physical pain. So why does it matter if we pray but we're neglecting our connection with nature, and then we suffer as a result of it? But here I'm praying, I'm still connecting with the Creator. No, you're not connected. Temporarily you are, but why not be connected at all times? Why not be connected? Why do you have to be connected only on Fridays, on Friday afternoon, or 5 times a day at those specific times, and the rest of the times no? Do you think you can even connect deeply if your health is out of balance, if your informational field, your energy field is out of balance, if your aura is out of balance? You really think you're going to go to the mosque or the church or the ashram, and you really think you're going to be able to go deep when your stomach is growling and because of all the things that are going on there, and you're having pain here and over here, and here I am in the mosque trying to pray, but man, my knee really hurts, and my stomach, like, I don't know what's going on here, and you're farting, but at least in nature you don't have to hold your fart back. You can just fart. You can just go take a piss, or even shit if you want. But in the mosque or the ashram or this or that, you can't do that. You can't do that, right? Again, I'm not downplaying these things. I'm not downplaying them. They're useful for some people. Something's better than nothing. The truth is, something's better than nothing. It's better to go and pray on Fridays and go to the mosque whenever you can than not to. It really is. It really is. Something's better than nothing. Okay, but it's far, far from the potential perfect state, the heavenly state that a human being can be in. Far, far from it. And that state cannot be reached without a healthy connection with the elements, a healthy connection with the Tao, with nature, the original temple. The only temple. The temple that houses all these other smaller temples. Your body being a temple also. Your body is I mean, all you really need to pray and have fun and enjoy yourself and be connected is really to take care of this temple. And when you begin to take care of this temple, you realize the only way to take care of it and maximize it to its capacity is by being connected to the OG temple. Otherwise, you know, that's what happens. This is the microcosm of the macrocosm. So if you take care of this temple, by default, you're like, okay, how do I take care of it? All right, go take a swim in the beach. And you go and you swim in the beach or under a waterfall and you feel, wow, I feel amazing. And you're like, ah, I see. This is the original temple. And when you take care of this microcosm, you can't help but connect to the macrocosm. So it's really incredible. Really incredible. You go try and go to the nearest waterfall, feel the invigoration. Go to the beach if you live in somewhere where there's a beach and feel the invigoration. The invigoration, the energy that rises up is unbelievable. Hang out in the sun after and see how you feel. It's so amazing. And pray. This is the prayer. This is the temple here. This is the temple here. Harmonize this temple with the OG temple. And happiness is yours. Happiness, strength, and health. I'm a really big fan of Wim Hof's message. Because Wim Hof's message is not about do this breathing technique or that and you're going to be well. It's about nature. You see, it's about nature. And he promotes nature heavily. And he's always saying his famous quote, happiness, strength, and health. Our natural states, happiness, strength, and health. Back to nature. Happiness, strength, health. Nature promotes happiness and strength and health. You cannot help but be happy, strong, and healthy if you are connected with the elements. If you are connected with the temple, the original temple that houses all the other temples. Then happiness, strength, and health are yours. Without a question, they're yours. Now you say you live in an electrical cage like a city. Oh, but I'm going to the mosque. Oh, but right. Well, good luck. Good luck as you witness your health deteriorate and as you send yourself to an early graveyard. Oh, but man, I prayed. I went 5 times to the mosque and I prayed. I went to the church every Sunday. Every Sunday. That's like band-aids. You're putting on band-aids. Go back to the original temple. Immerse yourself. Become one with nature again. And that's enough. That is absolutely enough. Thank you to all the Patreons for your support. And if you would like to support this growing community, you can do so in the description down below. Just click on the link. You can spare a couple of bucks a month if you have something to spare. We got 33 Patreons. I love you guys so much. If you want to just make one-time donations, you can do so via PayPal. And what else? Instagram at Saeed Mobayed. I take inquiries there or video requests or whatever. And that's about it. Until next time, may the force be with you.